Team builders are among the best cards in the game, but are also the most expensive. In this video, I'll be sharing my strategies on building team builders, especially as it relates to this year in NHL 24, so you can acquire these cards for your team in the cheapest way possible. And if you love NHL 24 content, make sure you click subscribe. We're less than 30 subscribers away from 7,000. Let's get right on into it, boys. To acquire a team builder, you're going to need 25 players per team. 10 80+ overalls and 15 74+ overalls. That will get you one 84 overall team builder for that given team. If you're looking to create one of the 87 overall team builder sets, you're going to need collectively 6 team builders to accomplish that, which is a total of 150 NHL players, 90 74+ overalls, and 60 80+ overalls. When it comes to targeting these players, what I want you to do is go into the auction house and put in these settings. The most I want you spending on any of these is 900 coins. With the new system this year, there won't be price gouging on certain teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning, Arizona Coyotes, Minnesota Wild, etc. Go into the auction house, look for gold NHL players, and set the buy now maximum to 900. This will ensure that you're not overspending when it comes to making these players. With that math, that's 22,500 coins per 84 overall team builder and 135,000 coins per 87 overall team builder. Here's 3 quick tips when it comes to the team builder sets. The new system this year in NHL 24 allows you to make team builders with the same team. That means that no more having to chase the 81+ overalls in the Tampa Bay Lightning or the Arizona Coyote players. If you're a previous NHL player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That means you can make multiple players, for example, like the Philadelphia Flyers, that could go towards that team builder set. At the same time, tip number 2 is I don't want you to focus on just one team over and over again. What's going to happen is you're going to have untradeable rewards and also just tradable rewards in packs. So I want to make sure that you're putting those players to work as well in these team builder sets. Lastly, when it comes to rewards, I want you to take untradeable rewards. If you're looking to get your hands on the most amount of NHL players for the lowest price, taking untradeable rewards literally gives you double the amount of players. Before we get to the rankings, here's 2 things to think about. When it comes to the rankings of these players, it simply depends on what your team needs at this point in time. If you have a stacked first line, it may make sense to build a defenseman. That being said, I pretty much all the time am going to create a first line forward first and then a defenseman second. When it comes to team building in NHL, your first line forwards are always going to be the top of the food chain. All that being said, I want you to make the team builder that you want and the one that helps out your team the most right now. Before you commit to making one of these 87 overalls, let's talk about which one you should spend your coins on. At the bottom of the list, I have the 87 overall Jeremy Roenick. He does have 2-way forward and shooting boost. I like his superstar ability of close quarters. Unfortunately, his other abilities leave a lot to be desired. In a previous NHL, I may have had a different opinion on this, but Big Rig is pretty much useless this year. When it comes to holding off the puck and protecting the puck, it's a lot different than what it has been in years past. And also back at you, to me, is a useless ability, especially with how easy it is to reverse hit. That being said, 90 overall acceleration, 90 overall speed. He's obviously one of the best cards in the game at an 87 overall. His shot is good. His hands leave a little bit to be desired. And overall, he's a good card, but he's coming in at the bottom of my list when it comes to ranking these current team builders and what's the best bang for your buck. Next up, we have Sergei Zubov, the 6'1", 198-pounder, has 2-way defenseman as well as a checking boost. Even with those activated, he's only 84 overall on body checking. He does have lead edges, seeing eye, and 1T, which are obviously all going to be more beneficial when it comes to playing in the offensive zone. 90 acceleration, 90 speed. His shot's pretty good, but with that low body checking and really no defensive abilities, I think your bang for your buck is probably better in some of the other players. Coming up next is Brian Leetch, the 6'1", 190-pounder, has 2-way defenseman as well as speed boost. 91 acceleration, 92 speed. He does have silver lead edges and silver 1T as well as gold stick him up. 97 defensive awareness is among the highest in the game right now. His shot is good. He's pretty quick. The only thing I don't like about this card is his body checking is only an 82 overall. However, I would pick him before I would pick Zubov. Coming up next is the 87 overall Kevin Lowe, 6'2", 200 pounds. He has 2-way defenseman as well as playmaking boost. Silver Thunderclap and Silver Ice Pack are pretty much useless, but he does have Gold Shutdown. So far, that's the best defensive ability that we've seen on any of these team builders. 88 acceleration, 88 speed, so he's not going to be the fastest. But again, he does have 97 defensive awareness with his abilities turned on and 86 body checking. I'm making him before I'm making Zubov or Leetch, but there is one better defenseman that we'll talk about here in just a bit. Coming up next is the 6'2", 220-pound Bill Guerin. He's got power forward and speed boost, so that's going to be 90 acceleration, 90 overall speed. For a 6'2", 220-pounder, also equipped with silver close quarters, silver born leader, and gold truculence. I do find truculence always to be a little bit more advantageous when it comes to a defensive end, but with how impactful hitting is this year and with his size, he could really throw some people around. Also, Born Leader is one of my favorite abilities in the beginning of the year. Obviously, it starts to die down as endurance becomes more elevated, but if he's on your first line with Silver Born Leader activated, that's one of the best abilities you can get right now in this game. Unfortunately, he is pretty much a pure winger, 75 overall on faceoffs, but his shot is awesome, his hands are great, and he's gonna be hard to take off the puck at 6'2", 220 pounds. Up next, in my opinion, is the best defenseman that you can get your hands on in these 87 overall team builders. Patrice Brisebois, 6'2", 196 pounds with two-way defenseman and accelerator boost. He does have Silver Heat Seeker, Silver Seeing Eye, and Gold Truculence. That's a great combination of abilities offensively and defensively. 91 acceleration, 89 speed, pretty decent shot, but 92 body checking and 93 defensive awareness with Gold Truculence. He's the best one, in my opinion, by far. Coming in at number 2 is Luc Robitaille, 6'1", 215 pounds, with Sniper Forward and Defensive Boost activated. He has Silver Crease Crasher, Silver Unstoppable Force, and Gold Close Quarters. Now, he is a pure winger at 61 overall faceoffs with his ability activated. You can't, unfortunately, put him in the center circle. That being said, he is the best pure winger in here by far. 93 acceleration, 93 speed. Shot is unreal. Hands are great, and those abilities in Gold Close Quarters and Silver Unstoppable Force, heck, maybe even Silver Crease Crasher with how effective rebounds are this year. In my opinion, he is one of the best players. He's definitely the best pure winger. So if you're looking for a winger, he would be number 1. If you need a centerman, I may look at somebody else. Lastly, the most well-rounded team builder is Joe Nieuwendyk, 6'2", 205 pounds with two-way forward and agile dangler boost. He has Silver Born Leader, Silver Snipe, and Gold Quick Draw. Again, as I mentioned earlier on Bill Guerin, Silverborn Leader is huge this early in the game, and Gold Quick Draw almost ensures that you win every single one of those faceoffs. 90 acceleration, 91 speed, his shot is phenomenal, his hands are great, and defensively, he's really solid. At 95 faceoffs with Gold Quick Draw, you're pretty much going to win just about every single faceoff. That's why, in my opinion, he's the first one that I would make if I were you. That's it for me on this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Man Advantage, and I'll see you guys next time.